Viewers, this changes everything. After the mysterious and tragic death of Chinese actor Yu Menglong, the nation's beloved star turned political enigma, a stunning revelation has sent shockwaves through fans, officials, and the entertainment world. A secret son, hidden for years. A child whose existence was buried beneath the shadows of fear, control, and silence. Tonight, we're diving deep into what insiders are calling the biggest cover-up in Chinese entertainment history, the truth about Yu Menglong's hidden heir, how his identity was erased, and why his sudden appearance could expose something much bigger than anyone imagined. Stay tuned till the end, because what you're about to hear could rewrite everything we thought we knew about Yu Menglong's final days, and the forces that tried to bury his legacy forever. It started with a whisper online, a cryptic message posted on a private Weibo group for insiders in the film industry. The message read simply, "The child has his eyes. Same birthmark. DNA won't lie." Within minutes, that post vanished. But not before screenshots spread like wildfire. People thought it was another baseless rumor, until photos began to emerge. The photos showed a small boy, around 5 or 6 years old, being led into a car outside a gated compound in Shanghai. His face was partially covered, but those who had followed Yu Menglong's career noticed something uncanny. The boy's eyes, sharp and expressive, were identical to Menglong's. Even the dimple, the left side scar, everything matched. That was when the whispers turned into a storm. Insiders claim the boy's name is Yu Han, and he was never officially registered under Yu Menglong's household. His mother, believed to be a woman named Lin Xiaoyu, once worked as a stylist for the production team of Menglong's 2018 historical drama. Their connection, according to multiple crew members, was immediate but quietly handled under the strict eyes of management. Menglong was rising fast. He couldn't afford a scandal, not in an industry under constant political scrutiny. But behind closed doors, something else was happening. Sources now say Menglong had confided to his close friend, a director he trusted deeply, that he was afraid. He allegedly said, "If they find out about the boy, they'll take everything from me. My work, my freedom, even him." The they he referred to, according to the director's later testimony, was not the entertainment agency, but something far higher. Lin Xiaoyu reportedly left the country in 2019 after rumors of her pregnancy began circulating. She was quietly flown to Singapore under a false identity, a relocation allegedly arranged by a senior figure in the Media Regulation Bureau. Why would a government official be involved in an actor's private affair? That's the question that now fuels the investigation. One theory points to Menglong's suspected bloodline link to a powerful political family, a secret that had already made him a person of interest within Beijing's Cultural Inspection Department. If that was true, the birth of an unregistered child could create a line of inheritance that certain elite circles wanted erased. For months, Menglong was seen looking more withdrawn, distant during filming, even paranoid. Staff recalled how he stopped using his phone, started writing notes by hand, and always carried a small locked box in his backpack. No one knew what was inside until now. 2 weeks after his death, investigators searching his apartment uncovered that same box, locked, sealed, and hidden behind a wall panel. Inside were 3 items: a handwritten note, a small silver USB drive, and a faded ultrasound image. The note, according to leaked reports, read, "If anything happens to me, protect him. They know. Don't trust anyone." The handwriting matched Menglong's confirmed samples from 2021. When forensic analysts decrypted the USB, they found encrypted medical records, including one labeled DNA YMH parent test. Experts claim this document contained a genetic match between Menglong and a child registered in Singapore. The initials matched: YMH Yu Menglong, Han. When this evidence surfaced, Chinese authorities moved fast. Several independent journalists who tried to verify the DNA document had their posts removed within hours. One reporter from the Southern Weekly was detained after posting, "There is a boy they don't want the world to see." Fans began demanding answers. Memorial accounts for Menglong flooded with messages asking, did he die protecting his son? Was his accident really an accident? But the more people asked, the quieter the internet became. Entire discussion threads disappeared overnight. Yet, Just when everyone thought the story had been buried, something incredible happened. A woman calling herself Dana appeared in a live stream on a private overseas platform. Her face was blurred, voice altered, but her words sent shockwaves through the fandom. She claimed to have worked as Lin Xiaoyu's assistant in 2019 and that she personally witnessed Menglong meeting the baby in secret, once, in a hidden apartment outside of Suzhou. Dana said. He held him for less than 5 minutes. He cried the entire time. He kept saying, "One day, I'll take you home." That was the last time he saw him alive. Her story aligned with flight records showing Lin Xiaoyu's brief return to China in December 2019, the exact time frame Dana described. Within 24 hours of that broadcast, her account was deleted. Her last message read, "They found me. I can't speak anymore." As the story gained traction internationally, new leaks began to connect Menglong's tragedy with a deeper internal struggle, one involving media control, censorship, and elite inheritance networks. A report circulated in exile communities claimed that Menglong was under observation due to his family link to a powerful retired general in the Jiangsu region, a man connected to several cultural investment fronts. That same general had allegedly funded multiple entertainment projects to whitewash political narratives through film and music, and Menglong, whether knowingly or not, had become a symbol of that operation. His sudden death, the missing surveillance footage, and now the discovery of a secret son all started to look less like coincidence and more like strategy. An insider from Beijing's Film Bureau told an overseas outlet, "If the boy's identity becomes public, it will expose people they can't afford to expose. That's why they erased everything related to Menglong's private life. They can't control the bloodline once it's acknowledged." But fate had another plan. In early September this year, a woman believed to be Lin Xiaoyu was spotted at a hospital in Hong Kong, accompanied by a small boy whose face was again carefully hidden. The paparazzi photos were grainy, but when zoomed in, one thing stood out: the child wore a small pendant with the initials YM engraved in cursive. Within hours, those images went viral. But as usual, every single post about them was deleted within minutes on Chinese platforms. Still, copies made it to international networks, and experts began comparing facial similarities. The results were undeniable. Even AI forensic tools used by online sleuths suggested a 97% facial similarity match between the boy and Yu Menglong. Suddenly, silence wasn't enough. The truth was bleeding through the cracks. As pressure mounted, several state-backed outlets released brief statements calling the rumors malicious fabrications. But what struck everyone was the tone: defensive, rushed, and lacking any direct denial about the child. Behind the scenes, multiple sources reported that Lin Xiaoyu was summoned by mainland authorities for questioning and then vanished again. No public record of her exit exists. But one journalist from Singapore who tracked flight manifests claimed a private jet left from Hong Kong to Dubai 2 days later under a cultural delegation exemption. 3 passengers. One of them a woman listed only as LQ. The other a boy under the alias Han Yu. If true, it means they're now outside China, and safe for now. Weeks later, a final twist emerged. During a charity concert held in his honor, a close friend of Yu Menglong's, music producer Zhao Ren, revealed something the public had never heard before. He said Menglong had recorded an unreleased song just months before his death. Its title, Echoes of Tomorrow. When Zhao retrieved the original recording, he noticed something haunting. At the end of the track, beneath the melody, Menglong's faint voice could be heard whispering, "For my son, even if they erase me, the blood remembers." When that clip leaked online, millions broke down. It wasn't just a song anymore, it was a coded farewell, a confession wrapped in melody. International media picked up the story, demanding transparency about Menglong's death and his alleged child. Human rights advocates called for an independent inquiry, claiming the case highlighted a disturbing pattern of state interference in personal lives of public figures. But in China, silence remains absolute. Every mention of Yu Menglong's son is filtered. Every repost is flagged. Even his old interviews are being edited, removing mentions of family, future, and fatherhood. Still, the truth persists in fragments scattered across fan archives, underground servers, and the voices of those who refuse to forget. They call it the Legacy Code. The movement that began as a rumor now stands as a digital resistance, determined to preserve Yu Menglong's real story and protect the boy he died for. Viewers, if you've watched till this point, you now understand why this story matters far beyond the world of entertainment. This isn't just about a celebrity scandal, it's about truth, power, and the price of silence. Was Yu Menglong's death an accident, or a warning? Did he know his secret son would one day become the symbol of everything he was trying to protect? And most importantly, where is that boy now? We may never know the full story, but one thing is certain: the truth always finds a way to rise, no matter how deep they try to bury it. It all began not with an official report, not with a tabloid leak, but with a photo. A single, grainy snapshot that slipped through the cracks of censorship. The image appeared briefly on a Singapore-based fan forum. It showed a woman, later identified as Lin Xiaoyu, stepping out of a hospital entrance. Her face was pale, her eyes hidden under oversized sunglasses, but it wasn't her that caught people's attention. It was the small child holding her hand. He couldn't have been older than 5. Dressed simply, but wearing a silver necklace, one that shone under the light. And engraved on it were 2 letters that changed everything: YM. Within minutes, fans across China began connecting dots. YM Yu Menglong. But it wasn't until a close-up photo circulated, showing the boy's face more clearly, that everything exploded. Because in that face, the internet saw him. The same almond-shaped eyes. The exact same dimple on the left cheek. Even the mole beneath the right eye, the same spot Menglong often joked about calling his lucky charm. The resemblance was undeniable. And when someone posted a side-by-side comparison of the child's photo and Menglong's early childhood image, the similarities were almost haunting. As the image spread, something strange happened. Comments began disappearing. Accounts that posted about the boy got suspended. Even private messages containing the photo started getting flagged and removed within minutes. That level of digital control only made one thing clear: someone didn't want this story to exist. But the harder they tried to erase it, the louder it became. International fans started archiving screenshots, sending them to journalists outside China. That's when whispers began to emerge, a rumor that months before his death, Menglong had secretly requested a paternity test. And according to one insider, the result came back positive. The insider, a medical staff member from a private clinic in Suzhou, claimed that Menglong used a pseudonym when submitting the samples, but his handwriting, payment records, and even surveillance footage proved it was him. When the results were delivered, he didn't celebrate. He cried. According to the same insider, Menglong said only one sentence before leaving: "Now I know who I lived for, and what they'll take from me." Viewers, imagine this: a man at the height of fame, beloved by millions, quietly discovering that he has a son, but unable to acknowledge him, touch him, or protect him. He couldn't tell the world. He couldn't tell his friends. Even his team had no idea what burden he carried. But one person did: the child's mother, Lin Xiaoyu. According to leaked emails from her old work address, she and Menglong were planning to meet one last time in Shanghai before he started filming his final project. She wrote, "He keeps saying it's dangerous to meet. But he wants to see his son smile once, just once in person." That meeting never happened. 2 days before it was scheduled, Menglong was found dead, his death labeled a tragic accident. And after that, the trail went cold, until the photograph appeared. When the photo reached the global press, people expected officials to deny it immediately. But surprisingly, there was no direct denial, only vague statements about respecting the privacy of the deceased. That silence said more than words ever could. Then came the second wave of leaks, a video clip from an old, unpublished interview. In it, Menglong was asked about his future family plans. He paused for a moment, smiled faintly, and said, "Family, that's something I've already found, even if no one sees it yet." Fans replayed that line endlessly. Now, it had an entirely different meaning. Was he hinting at the son the world didn't know about? Soon, theories started swirling. Some claimed the boy was hidden abroad for safety. Others believed he was living under a different identity, guarded by people loyal to Menglong. But one source, someone who once worked inside his management agency, revealed something chilling. They said that in the weeks before his death, Menglong was under pressure from powerful figures to sign away certain rights, including personal guardianship responsibilities. When he refused, his entire schedule was suddenly cancelled, his social media restricted, and his management team replaced. It was as if someone wanted to erase not just his image, but his future lineage. Then came the most haunting evidence of all, an encrypted email, allegedly sent from Menglong's private account, leaked through an overseas tech platform. It contained a single attachment, a voice note. In the recording, his voice was shaky, emotional, but clear. "If they ever find out about him, tell my fans the truth. He's innocent. He's my everything. They can erase me, but not him." Those words broke millions of hearts. Fans began calling the boy Little Menglong. Online communities were formed, dedicated solely to tracking clues of his whereabouts. Despite every effort to silence the truth, people refused to let it die. And maybe, that's exactly what Menglong wanted. Today, the identity of that child remains shrouded in secrecy. But one thing is clear, his existence changes everything we thought we knew about Yu Menglong's life, and his death. Because if he truly has a son, it means his legacy lives on. And for those who tried to erase him, that might be their greatest fear. Viewers, this revelation opens up a world of new questions. Was Yu Menglong's death really an accident? Was the child hidden for his protection? Or because someone powerful didn't want the truth to be known? And most importantly, who is protecting that boy now? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you believe the photo really showed Yu Menglong's son? Why do you think the truth was silenced so quickly? And if the child is still alive, what do you think Yu Menglong would have wanted for him? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, because this story is far from over. The next chapter could expose who's really behind the cover-up, and why the truth about Yu Menglong's secret son could change everything.